Yo guys, what's going on? This is Yokiman here, and just before we get into this one, we have bit the bullet. We are going to be using the FIFA 21 Realism mod. I will leave the link down below for it if you want to use it yourself. PC only, might I add. If you're new around here, smash subscribe. We have a new series as well coming in a couple of days, really focusing on the Realism mod. There's going to be a difference of gameplay, some stuff we're tweaking. Let's get into it. I really do have to highlight when the mod makers do stuff like this and how cool this background looks. We've got this Villarreal background in, and what we'll do here is I will just click on it. I'm obsessed with stuff like this, graphical stuff, and just look how cool it looks. Imagine if we had Erling Haaland. This is a nice little touch for this mod. So we're using the mod halfway through the season. I'm not quite sure how it's going to affect things. This is going to be a trial period. Now, I know it improves the gameplay. We've changed it. We didn't go with the aggressive AI, but we have changed the gameplay. So we are going to use this episode, basically, to test that gameplay. Now, it should change some of the transfer stuff. So I'm instantly going to look at our squad hub and see what players are worth now. I'm assuming it will do it instantly. I don't have the new updated squads, which is a bit of a shame, but now the transfers should be changed a little bit. I'm not noticing any difference. Maybe I should have looked at these earlier. I feel like Samakam there now is valued way more than what he was before. Players like Pau Torres has actually gone down in his transfer. So it does appear that it has changed a little bit in terms of the transfers, but I'm not noticing a massive change. What will be a big sign is when we look at some of the younger players that are good. I mean, Arby maybe should be worth more than that. Moy Gomez has gone down in value. Coquelin's gone down in value. Michael Cuisance has gone up in value. Robertone's gone massively up in value. So that just shows me here that the mod is working. In some aspects, it will hinder us a little bit, but then in other aspects, it will make more sense. We'll see what impact that has as we go forward. I'm hoping that it's for the better. Transfers are going to be changed a lot. As you can see there, Jesus Ferreira, probably because of his form, is now valued way higher. We need to get rid of that release clause then, don't we? Also, it now shows me the bonuses. I'm not sure it showed you that before. As you could see there, the bonus is ticked for goals scored for Rafael Leao. Stuff like this is all important. Stuff like that is really cool. I think it's a new face for Leao as well. I'm not 100% sure. But just having the mod in, having these little tweaks and changes is really exciting. And hopefully, though, it doesn't hurt us too much. As you can see there, Nino is actually well valued. The big key with us going with the mod and using it is basically because of the gameplay. If you watched the last episode, which if you didn't, go back and watch it, but we did batter Osasuna 6-0, and we'd hit a stage where, when I played against the smaller teams, it just felt a little bit too easy for me. This mod should certainly make stuff better and more difficult. I am going to reset the sliders back to normal, back to base, and then see what happens. I might have to change the injuries straight off the bat, but this should be a slower, more methodical style of football that we'll have to play. You can't just go bish, bash, bosh, counter-attack. And hopefully we'll notice that when we play the first away game in the cup in this one. We are going to play it because we did sim last time out and lost the game. So we will actually play this one. Last time we simmed against Leganes, we lost it. So we've got a ton of reports back here. We also have our first transfer offer for Paco Alcacer, which I'm very excited to receive. It's about 20 million. Now, I think we can get more. We're going to go and try and negotiate with that. It does recommend that we could get up to 32 million. I'm not sure we'll get that high, but I do want to be letting go of Paco Alcacer. As you can see, he's got a new face, got himself a beard there. I actually like his new face. It's very good. So let's go and negotiate this one with Bayern Munich. They're looking to get themselves a new striker. We're looking to make a little bit more money. I'm instantly going to be a bit cheeky, and I'm going to up it to 30 million and just see what he says. So they seem to be pretty stubborn. Let's counter again and try and get to 24 maybe. I'm not overly trying to push for too much money. Wow, they've walked away from that. They really don't believe that that's value for money. And 20 million is basically the going rate that they wanted to pay for him. So that's him gone. I'm going to go through these scout reports now. Also, something added to the mod is some different faces for regens as well, or the youth prospect players that come through. I quite like them. I don't think that the original faces were bad, but these are pretty cool as well. This will be the squad to take on Sabadell. It's definitely rotated quite a bit, obviously. I'm expecting a victory here, but we are going to play it nonetheless to try and get used to the mod and see how the game plays. Might even have to up the minutes now that the game plays a little bit slower. We'll see how it goes, but this is going to be lineup. Tailman starts up top, then Dembele comes in at right mid. Parejo starts again, still trying to find him match sharpness. We are still forced at centre-back to keep the same two centre-backs, so it is really important that in this episode, we find ourselves maybe even two with the amount of time that Yannick Vestergaard is out. Well, in the opening minutes, what I'm noticing instantly is there is a few players that have different boots. The pitch is very different, and it seems that the ball moves a lot slower. That's what I'm noticing. And we've tried to do that ourselves, haven't we? We've tried to slow down gameplay quite a bit. It is going to lead us now to play a little bit more of a passing game. which should be interesting. I quite like that. We should notice more the pace of the fast players as well. Tailman. He's got Danny Parejo there, but Danny Parejo needs a bit of help. He's going to have Gerard Moreno with the shot. And well helped by the goalkeeper. But yeah, I'm noticing that instantly. A little bit slower pace. And the surface and the pitch actually looks very good. Tailman now making that run forward. Going to play this one back. Alan Mozo now to the edge of the box. Not back down for Tailman. Fires off the shot miles over the bar though. Really enough in first half there. Very, very slow day for everyone at the office. Not much happening. Obviously still getting used to the mod. We didn't really create anything in terms of attacking. So for a much more vibrant second half. Got a free kick here in a moderately dangerous position. Let's see what they do with it. I mean, he's kind of gone for the dink, hasn't he, there? But that's the most action we've had in this game so far. That's awful, isn't it? Jandro's free kick here, which is not good. The most action that we've had in this match. Back to Gerard Moreno. Again, they just sit deep. The teams seem to sit a lot deeper on this one. Usually they come at you. You can break, but they seem to be sitting really deep. And it's figuring a way through that at this moment in time. We're right back to a reset here. Mike Gomez now. That's not bad. That's not bad. Gerard Moreno was the target. Surely intended. Mike Gomez. Tailman. Danny Parejo. What a save from the goalkeeper. What an awful game of football this has been. It really has. I think we go to extra time and not straight to penalties. That's the end of the second half, and it didn't get any better, boys. I don't know what highlights I'm going to show from this one. Triple sets of us here, and hopefully they work. Arbe being the biggest one. Robertone coming in as well. Coquelin coming in, trying to win that midfield battle. Using this mod, though, we might actually need different formations. Robertone now has been found. Robertone's shot is saved. But again, at least we're causing a few problems now. I've certainly learnt you have to build up differently. They defend so deep. Go on, Robert. Robertone. From a good position. Blocked again. It's going to be handball, is it? We'll take the handball here and we'll take the free kick because at the moment, I don't know what we're supposed to do here. I don't know what I'm supposed to do here either. But we'll see what happens. Gerard Moreno scores the free kick! That's what happens, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, that's the first free kick I've scored on this game. That's the first free kick I've scored on this game. This match has been horrendous, but I will take that all day long. He's pulled us right out of a mess there, hasn't he? Our number 7, Gerard Moreno, with the free kick goal. Oh, thank you. Well, we've certainly only just about got away with one here, but we have got away with it. Gerard Moreno with the late free kick to score us the goal. This is going to take a lot of getting used to playing this slow style. Now, there are different styles we could use. We could go back to normal, but if I'm going to have games like that with no highlights, then I don't think we can use the slow. So what we'll do here is we will use the slow again in this game against Leganas coming up. As you can see, the manager score has gone up, which is nice to see. So we'll use it in this game coming up, and we'll see how it is. It's the first time I've played with that, and we might be all right. The Lee Kangen report has come back, and we will add him to the shortlist. If Paco Alcacer goes, he could be an option. But yeah, so we'll go with it again and just see how we get on with it. If we don't like it, there are different paces that we can play at. Transfer bid here for Manu Morlanes, and now he's actually worth a lot more because of his age, which is pretty decent. And we are going to negotiate it and try and get ourselves a little bit more cash for him. Now, I noticed with this mod last year that you couldn't go up by much. And again, we've gone up by a little bit there and we've turned the guy off. He's buggered off. He's left us. So I think what we'll do from now on is if we negotiate, we'll negotiate up by just a couple because it does appear on this mod, negotiations just aren't very good. They weren't last year. You couldn't really negotiate much. You could basically sell for what you got unless it was a real big name player. So I think that's what we'll have to do. And maybe it could be added that they're on the transfer list. We might struggle to negotiate with them because they're on the transfer list. And boys, would you Adam and Eve it? We've received a transfer bid here for Gerard Moreno. Oh, the worst part is it is from Bayern Munich. Now, we will negotiate. We might lose Gerard Moreno here, boys. I said this all along. I really do preach realism in these career modes that we do, and we will sell our better players. It's the only way, really, to enjoy a career mode. For me, he's worth 60. They might turn around and say no, which is fine if they do. But I'd like 60. We certainly want to sign him. I mean, from us going up to 60 to come in with a 2%, it's not great. We will go up to 55 and let's see what they say to this one. I don't think they'll negotiate. I think he's going to walk away. 42.3. That's not enough for Gerard Moreno, is it really? Propose a new transfer fee. 50. I think 50 is a reasonable amount for Gerard Moreno. Now, obviously, he'd be really hankering to go here. And the German Giants are going to turn us down. That's absolutely fine. We beat you twice in the group stage. You play Liverpool coming up, and I don't think you'll beat them. So have some of that. We're going to try and go in here and sign Ndicka. I don't know how long he's been at Torino, which is probably the only problem for us here. We will approach to buy him. The player has a release clause of 36 million. How old is he? How old is he? Let's double check. He's 22, young Frenchman. Would Roma let him go for that? We might try and negotiate. He's valued at 22. I am going to try and negotiate this one, actually, and not pay that release clause. We'll offer the transfer fee. And I think what we'll do here is, I don't want to pay the release clause. We'll offer 24. Let's see what the consensus is from Torino. They're happy with it. And Ndicka, let's get these contract negotiations sorted and let's get him signed. We really do need that centre-back. He wants to be important. Not a problem. I could do that. He wants 4 years. Again, not a problem. Will he want a release clause? He does. 60 million. Absolutely fine. I'm okay with a £60 million release clause on someone we paid 24 for. Now, it's the contract negotiations. My usual technique might not work, but we'll go with 55 because it's more than what he's already on. And the 100k up front. Does it still work in the mod? It'd be lovely if it did. It does. And we will get him on that. He's only getting a 5k wage rise. I think that's fantastic. Although it does leave us now on the short side a little bit transfer-wise, but there's still players I want out of the club. Well, there could be a huge reason why last time out we found it very difficult. It's because we rotated the side. This time, no rotation. For now, Moreno is still at the club. Leao's going to play on the left. Robertone comes in at centre mid. Chukwueze's back in the team. Evan and Ndicka will get his first start. Both centre-backs were a little bit tired, mainly Samakam. And Ndicka gets his first game for the club. Let's take on Leganas, who beat us when we simmed this. 6 goals in his last 3 games for Jesus Ferreira. We'll need a little bit more of that today, aren't I, from the main man here against Leganas. I'm certainly going to need that again from him today. Coming forward now, Leganas. Beating us already in the sim. That wasn't a great ball. And now it'll be interesting to see how we break away. Coquelin finds Ferreira. Ferreira's footwork was nice. He's going to try and play in Gerard Moreno. Gerard Moreno on the turn. And the breakaway wasn't ideal. I'm going to get that over to Robertone. And well blocked. The breakaway wasn't ideal, but we just need to keep an eye on it. The other thing we could do is just raise their defensive line a little bit. Now, what I've noticed when I'm watching is their defensive line they go and stand next to the goalkeeper. That's how it goes. I don't want it to be that deep. I want them to play deeper. We did that when we did the sliders. But not as deep as standing by the goalkeeper. That's just not realistic. I'd rather they were aggressive and came to try and tackle. Chukwueze now's got that space, and they definitely didn't want him running at them. Chukwueze now will cut that through the middle. What can he do? Chukwueze. I want Gerard Moreno starting to make that run. Gerard Moreno fires off the shot and it's blocked again. We should see a lot more block shots, but that's kind of real to true life, you know. There is a lot of block shots in football in real life. Ferreira's done all right there, and he slid in as the defender. A bit brave there to slide in. Ferreira. Gerard Moreno. Gerard Moreno spotted that run from Ferreira. Ferreira tries to play it. Ferreira's going to end up back on the ball. He fires off the shot. It's well saved. And Coquelin just notches it out. Why are you doing that for Coquelin? There we go. Reece James gone from Chelsea to PSG. That's an interesting transfer. The transfer should be a little bit different now. I don't know how different. We'll notice as we go along. But that's interesting. Ferreira, you would have put money on scoring there. The goalkeepers I know are better in this. Coquelin wins that there. Ferreira now. He's got options. What's he going to go for? Surely Chukwueze. That's a beautiful ball to him. Chukwueze surely for the 1-0. Chukwueze, shot saved. We might have to take different angles now as well, boys. That angle that we've been using for, well, the entirety of FIFA 21 might not work the same. Coquelin now. Gerard Moreno. Oh, he got both of them caught up with him. Ferreira now does score the goal. And we get our first goal from open play in the mod. And like I say, it's going to take me a hot minute to get used to it. But that's probably going to be a bonus to the series. That it's going to take me a while to get used to it. Because it was never the idea that we were going to win everything in this first season. Gerard Moreno just takes both defenders out of it. It's a beautiful pass. Well, that'll take us up to half-time. And at half-time, it is 1-0 Villarreal. Which is exactly what we want to be saying, really, isn't it? Here at half-time. I'm happy with the way we've played. It's obviously a different pace the way this game goes now, but yeah, I'm happy with that. 1-0. Gerard Moreno now. Rafael Leao wants Gerard Moreno to keep making that run. Gerard Moreno did keep making that run. Tight angle, but it doesn't matter for Gerard Moreno. 2-0 Villarreal And Gerard Moreno is good from that angle, boys. He just is. We nearly lost him to Bayern Munich. The window's still not shut, so there's still time. It's a nice ball into him in Etman. Wow, does he finish them. Double sub for us here. Abe gonna come on. Sorry, triple sub. Robertone off. Gerard Moreno off. And then Dicker off. Alvarez on. Abe on. Leao's now going to go up top. So hopefully we can get something out of him up top as well. This is a good performance though so far from us. We're working it. We're getting better. It's certainly a lot slower than what I'm used to. And that will take time. Great ball to Michael Cuisance here. What can he do? We're going to play that out wide, surely, to Abe. Abe then is going to try and play it back across. Well blocked, though. Marcos Acuna, we saw score that screamer in the last match. Cuisance now. Leao tries to play it through. Just couldn't get it. Just could not get it. Blocked passes is quite common in this as well, I've noticed. We'll pick up the win here in this one. A difficult game. I mean, they held stout. They didn't really offer much going forward, though. Jesus Ferreira and Gerard Moreno bagging the goals. The all-important two frontmen for us in this team. 2-0 victory here against Leganes, which will keep us in a very solid top position in the league. Transfer offer now for Alberto Moreno, having a pretty decent season. I don't see any reason why we'd let him go anywhere. He's been solid at left back when we needed him. Seem to still be getting a lot of transfer offers to Rulli. It seems to be the case, but we don't want him to go nowhere. He's our number 2 and we enjoy using it. Transfer offer for Alan Mozo here though, and he'll be going nowhere either. AC Milan coming in for him. So we're getting the bids in, just not really for the players we'd like to move out. Still in two minds about what to do. We play Girona now again in the Cup, and I'm toying with changing formation and trying something different. Before we go into this game, just been doing a little bit of research in the background, and what I've learned is that when we do a new save, when we do a new career mode, all the faces will be assigned exactly correctly. But unfortunately, in this one, the existing one, for now, they won't be. They'll still be the same as normal. Isn't the end of the world. It just is what it is. But I found that out. There is a way to sort it, but it's a lengthy way. And to be honest with you, this existing career mode's only maybe got one more season in it. I'm not too fixated on the faces being crisp and perfect. When it comes to it, a lot of faces that we already have in the team, it's just meaning we don't have any of the new faces, which is a shame. We seem to have some of them, though, because Paco Alcacer now has a beard when he didn't before, but hey-ho. But that could be why we see some funky faces like the Rafinha one. Just wanted to let you guys know that. Also, I've decided to change to normal and aggressive AI. I don't feel like the opposition played hard enough against us in those last two games. So up against Girona, we're going to go to normal game speed again. So not really slow, but aggressive AI. And just see how that is. This is, like I say, it's a learning process. This will be the start 11 for the Girona game. And I think this is the first time that we will not have played Pau Torres at centre-back and be happy, because we played Albiol there this season and it ain't gone too well. But this time we're playing Ndicka and Samakam, the two young Frenchmen, side by side. Obviously, we've rotated again for this cup game. We simply have to. We got some tired legs in the side. I really put myself through it in this one because this already feels way different to what I've just been playing for the last hour. So yeah, this feels a lot quicker. Again, I don't mind that as long as the games are fun, as long as the episodes are fun. I've got no problem with the pace being fairly quick. That is kind of just the way FIFA goes. We will still see if we see the same mistakes. Again, they're supposed to be very aggressive in this, so I don't know what I'm expecting from them. Slow and aggressive might be better. We're going to just try different stuff out as we go. As I mentioned, Alberto Moreno, it's a free kick, I was going to say. It did seem like a free kick, but you just know if he wins that there, that Gerard Moreno is wide open and he's in. Silla gets round us and takes the shot, and he's just dragged it wide there. I'm not sure if Rulli would have had it covered as well. A great opening start for Girona so far. They've put a lot of pressure on us. Ferreira there turns his man. Danny Parejo tries to play it through to Gerard Moreno. He does get it through to him, but it's well wide in it. Oh, I spotted Moy Gomez, nearly taken down there. He's going to fire off the shot and score it. What a goal that is from Moy Gomez. We are going to see a lot more cards in this. I can tell already. Players are sliding in left, right and centre. But there we go. Moy Gomez with the goal. That's a very, very tidy finish. I think he gives the keeper the eyes there, maybe. I spotted him wide open, and I thought once I played the ball, he weren't going to do it. That would have been a penalty as well, so we might have to watch that. But what a finish. We'll take the lead here, 1-0, and Moy Gomez has certainly fooled the goalkeeper with that one. Povedas there plays a beautiful ball to Silla. What a save from Rulli. And that does show that the goalkeepers might actually be quite a bit better. That was a fantastic save from him. He already knows he's lost number 1 this season. He'll probably be aiming to try and get it back. To Gerard Moreno now. Waits for the run. Ferreira. Ferreira back across to Gerrard. Gerrard then finds Danny Parejo. Back to Gerrard. Oh, that's wonderful. That is wonderful football, ladies and gentlemen, right there. That is exactly what you want to see. It's exactly how I want the boys to play. What a great move this is. Gerard Moreno, Danny Parejo with the back heel to Gerard Moreno. Boom, goal. No saving it. 2-0 up. Well, there we go at half-time with 2 goals to the good and very, very happy. Moy Gomez and Gerard Moreno giving us the lead in this one against Girona. Well, I feel that good about this game. We are going to bring on Cuisance to play at cam. We're going to bring off Gerard Moreno, rest him, and we're going to swap formation up. Karamoko's been found it. That's a lovely play. Karamoko, Dembele. He's going to try and play it. Michael Cuisance. Oh, what a save. What a save. Nearly Cuisance's first goal for the club there. Oh, the goalkeeper's kept Girona in this. Karamoko again now running at them. Oh, can he get across? He can. Jesus Ferreira taps it in, and that is wonderful football again for Villarreal. Ferreira slides on his knees. He should be happy with another goal here. Cuisance played fantastically in that one. How did he make that run to beat the offside trap? Was brilliant. Karamoko's ball was brilliant as well, to be fair. And he gets across, and it's an open net. Well, 3-0. Let's make a double sub. Abe on for Moy Gomez, and Danny Parejo, who's still nursing him back to fitness. He does use a lot of stamina, but his passing range and ability is unbelievable. Capoue will come on, though. A little bit more defensive. I'm not sure we need to be a little bit more defensive, but still. Oh, they've come forward. Now Girona fire off the shot. It's just wide by Gumbau. What we have to remember here as well, boys, is, and I'm not 100% positive, but I'm pretty sure Girona are in the league below. We haven't played them yet this season because I'm pretty sure they got relegated. So when we're thinking, oh, we beat them 3-0, this is the kind of side I should be beating 3-0, and they still had opportunities. We play Sevilla coming up. We'll take that free kick. We play Sevilla coming up, and that will be a game where we can tell, yes, this is the kind of match that should be difficult. Ferreira now. Going to run a Cuisance. Going to run a Capoue as well, and he's going to go out wide to Abe. Abe with a shot maybe to make it 4. Lands to Capoue. Lands to Cuisance. We just can't find the back of the net to make it 4. Girona coming forward now. Don't let Amiobi make that pass. He'll fire off the shot anyway, and that will be nothing but a consolation. What I tried to do there with Moreno was get across so that he could make the pass, and in the principle of stopping him from making the pass, he scored a fantastic goal. You can see here, I just take Moreno across to try and stop the pass. Just gives him the space to fire off the shot. We go through another round in the cup. Sami Amiobi with a goal for them, but it does not matter. It was a little too late. Jesus Ferreira with a double. And Moy Gomez with the goal as well. Sorry, no. Jesus got 1. Gerard Moreno got 1. And Moy Gomez got 1. And I quite enjoyed the flow of that match. That was fun to play. I think we might have found what we wanted on. Maybe a bit of a tweak, but I like that. Pau Torres feeling a little bit unsettled here. And it's ridiculous. I'll say you'll get your chance. He started every single game but one. Transfer offer for Rafael Leao from Spurs. This really isn't one I wanted. We will try and negotiate this. But this would be one that we would probably have to accept. Considering it's Spurs, considering it's Jose Mourinho he's going to go and play for, considering we're not starting him, that is probably my biggest issue with it. I'm going to say, what am I going to say here? 34 million? Let's see what we can do with Jose now. He's young, so he's got promise. 28 plus a sell-on. We'll counter that and say 30. I really don't want to lose him for 30, but what we've got to take into account here, right, is Rafael Leao isn't our starter at the moment. He doesn't start for us. And secondly, this is Spurs in the Premier League. Whether you think they're a big club or not, this would be big for him to leave Villarreal where he's not starting and go to Spurs. We will offer the 30.5, and I feel like he'll probably accept this. We're keen to sign him. 28.5 and a bit extra. I don't really like it. I don't really like it. Let's remove the sell-on. And I just want straight up 30, Jose. You've been very, very... This guy's a very good player. This guy's a very good player. You're being a little bit harsh here. Just give us 30 straight up. There we go. 30 million. I'm gutted. I like Leao. He's been great to use. He's been good fun. But we have to be honest with ourselves. Tottenham come in for him. His release clause is 35 million. He's not starting for us. He's not a starter, which is a shame. It is Ferreira and Gerard Moreno. Oh, we'll let him go, but we're going to have to replace him. Big question is who do we replace him with? That's the big one. I wouldn't mind still another centre-back. It's looking more likely that we can't afford him because Matsima has gone to Roma. As you can see there, Roma in the game. But Maxima's gone to Roma, so it's looking less likely that we can sign. Well, it's looking near impossible that we sign him if we're being 100% honest. We are scouting Pelmard, so he could be someone who we brought in, potentially. But now we're going to have to replace him. Now, we'll look at who we've got on the left side. Harit has recently gone to AC Milan, so we've got Alan Velasco, Tony Villa, who I like and would make sense, but I'm not sure I'd like him. Gerard Deulofeu, who could be brilliant. Pedri, who I just don't believe we'd get. I don't believe we'd sign Pedri. And I imagine, yes, he's too much. So what would Deulofeu be? Deulofeu could be the move. He's Spanish. He's playing at Udinese. He could play up top as well as left. He covers two positions that Leao was playing. He's valued very realistically for us in order to sign him. Is he the man we go for? Experience, could be really good in this late Champions League run. I will leave it with you because we are going to leave this episode here. There's been a lot going on with the new mod and everything. So I'm going to leave it here and let you guys have your opinions. There isn't enough time now to scout another left mid. It kind of has to be the guys we've got on the list here. And I would say Gerard Deulofeu is the best option. Harit we can't sign. He's just signed for Milan. Alan Velasco would be good, but again, he is not the quality and would cost about the same. We'd pay his release clause as what Gerard Deulofeu is. And Gerard covers the two positions, although Velasco does as well. I think they're the two options, Alan Velasco and Gerard Deulofeu. Now, I want you to look at this and think about it as in a realistic mindset. Velasco would be one for the future. We're not doing that too many seasons in this save. Gerard Deulofeu would be one for now. He could start in the team instantly, and he's very, very, very good on the ball. But I'll leave that one with you, boys. I hope you've enjoyed the episode. I do appreciate the support. If you're new around here, smash the subscribe button. There's a new FIFA series going up. I don't usually do this, but I want to do a deep dive looking at the mod, and it's a bit of a bigger team than we'd usually go for, and a little bit of a rebuild at the same time. That will be going up over the next couple of days. I think everything's squared away for it. Guys that want Pez, when I finish a season of any series, I will always take a break. It may be 3 or 4 days, but I'll always step back and take a little break from the save and then come back in it refreshed. I find that's the best way to do it. So Pez will be returning on Thursday. I just wanted to take 3 or 4 days off to refresh. I'll see you in the next one, boys.